Hey everyone, it's Marie here from Marie Nicole Designs, and I am excited to share these shimmer flakes with you. Now, these are new from Scrapbook.com, and they are so fun to play with. All of this lovely glitter inside of these little containers here. And I'm just going to give you a look at the containers real quick. Now, when you get these and you take off the lid, there is going to be a little seal thing under the lid. You just want to go ahead and peel that off. And I was super impressed when I opened these to find, as you can see here, there's this little sticker in the middle of that sticky sticker that protects your shimmer flakes from all getting stuck to that sticky seal sticker and wasting your flakes right away. So I don't know if you've opened up other glitters in the past and you peel off that sticker and they're all stuck to there and you either have to pick them off or just take the loss from your jar. And Scrapbook has thought of everything. So they have that little protective sticker on the underneath of that sealing sticker and it saves your flakes for you. So maybe we should call it a flake saver. I don't know, but I thought it was brilliant. Anyway, they come in these cute little jars. They have the lid that you can twist to where you can either do a sprinkle or a pour. And of course, if you want to use a ton of them at once, you can just take the lid completely off. Now, we are talking about glitter here, so it's going to get a little bit glittery. So if you don't like that all over your desk, what I do is I just take a lint roller. I usually use this one to get the dog hair off of my clothes, but it also works for shimmer flakes. So I'm going to give you a few ideas, a few ways that I have found that I really like using these flakes. So the first idea is you take some double stick tape. Now, Scrapbook has a ton of double stick tape. I'm using one of their very wide rolls here, but they also come in smaller sizes, narrower sizes, so you could do stripes or anything. But I'm just taking a really wide piece here and I'm adding it to some plain white cardstock. Now you can peel off that backing paper and expose the sticky of this tape, and then choose one of the really fun colors of shimmer flakes and just pour it on. Now, I know I want to cover this whole area, so I know I'm going to have to use a little pile of shimmer flakes, but I'm trying to be a little bit stingy with how much I'm pouring. I don't want too much, I want just enough. So I'm always going to pour a little bit more on. And then when I want it to stick down, I just take my hand, my fingers, and I just rub it all over those shimmer flakes, really get it stuck into that adhesive. And I'm also trying to get some of those loose flakes off as well as I'm just sticking it down. So I'm going to tap some of those loose flakes off and save those. That's why I put a piece of paper underneath where I'm pouring. And oh my goodness, guys, can you see the texture and the shine on these shimmer flakes? I really love how they add different sizes of flakes in this whole mix. So you get some big chunky ones, you get some tiny ones, but it adds a ton of shiny texture to your projects. So that's one way you can use it is just go ahead and pour it on, use it as background or something like I did in that card. Another way is if you put some of that double-sided adhesive onto your cardstock and then die cut it, you're going to end up with a shape that is completely sticky when you peel off the backing paper. So I'm using a little cloud die here. You can use any kind of shapes you want, hearts, whatever. I just wanted to show you how this works. And you peel off that backing paper to expose the sticky, and then you can add some shimmery details. Now, I'm just going to use what's left over on my paper here because I don't like to waste. And of course, you can always pick up this paper and dump these shimmers back into your jar and use them again. But I'm just using the leftovers. That's on my paper. So I'm going to take my little sticky cloud here and just tap it into all of that remaining glimmer flakes. Really give it a good push and like make sure those flakes are stuck down into that sticky paper. And then I'm going to also try to get off all of the extra pieces so they don't flake around. But I am always wowed by the shimmer that these produce. So if you want to do a little accent or, zhuzh up one of your die cut pieces, you can do it like I've done here on these cupcakes. I've shimmered the tops of my cupcakes, used a few different colors, and it just looks really stunning. So after you do all that, put it back in your jar, and then, if you need to go ahead and run your lint roller over your workspace, you can, or you can grab like one of those desktop vacuums. That would be fun too. I just don't have one. Anyway, I thought it would be criminal of me not to show a shaker card with some of these shimmer flakes. So not only can you stick them down into adhesive, but you can make shaker cards with them. So that's what we're doing today. Now, with any shaker card, if you want to fill it with like shimmery, glimmery things, you want to add a window to your cutout. So here I've cut out sort of an arch shape. I'm putting some of that tape adhesive, that double stuck adhesive along the edges, and I am going to use a piece of Scrapbook.com acetate to put behind this window to create that window that I'm going to add shaker bits into. So just making sure I've got all sides lined up. You really want to make sure that you seal all edges when you make a shaker card so that when you shake it, the shimmer doesn't go everywhere. But I'm just using my like little pickup quick sticky pick tool to take the backing paper off of my double-sided adhesive. I just find that that's quick and easy. And now all of that tape adhesive is exposed and I'm grabbing one of my sheets of acetate. Scrapbook does have these acetate pieces available in their store, and I find them so handy for shaker cards. They're just the right size for your A2 card with a little bit extra so you can cover a whole background with them if you want, or you can cut them down into different shapes. Great for shaker cards. So I am sticking that on, adhering it down, and I'm just going to trim off the extra sides. Now, with shaker cards, you want to add a little bit of dimension. That way, you have some space between your top panel and your bottom panel, and you can fill it with your shaker bits and watch them shake around. So, I'm using some of these thin foam strips from Scrapbook. These are some of my absolute favorite shapes of their foam adhesive that they have because not only does it cover the sides like I'm doing here for shaker cards really well, but if you have sentiment strips or small strips or any kind of tiny die cuts, these work really well. Now, if you want to, say, use some of these strips and move them around, say, a circle shape or something, you can take off the backing paper first as you're applying it, and then it will move a little bit better. But since I'm putting them in a straight line on the edges, I really didn't have to do that. Now I'm grabbing my gold shimmer flakes. These are called pot of gold, very aptly named. And I'm putting a huge pile in the middle of my shaker. And I do want to kind of shake it out a little bit so that it evens out. I don't have a big pile there. And I'm going to carefully peel away the backing paper. If you've ever done this, you know sometimes if you peel away that backing paper a little too aggressively, you get your card to move and shake, and those shimmer bits go everywhere. And I really don't want them to stick to the top of my foam adhesive because then it's going to interfere with my window panel that I'm going to put on top. So I was very careful keep peeling off that backing paper, and now we're just going to line it up and push it down and make sure it's sealed well on all four sides to keep those shimmer flakes in. Now we have a huge window full of gold shimmer flakes and it looks so pretty. I love these shimmer flakes because I've had other glitter before that looks great and sequins looks great, but there is something about these shimmer flakes that really catches the light and they look really shimmery. So I'm going to zhuzh up this card here with some more fun. I'm putting some cloud cutouts there and I'm putting some rainbow stripes. I'm just going to make all of that pot of gold in my window look like the pot of gold behind a rainbow. So I thought that was really fun. Anyway, that's a fun way that you can make a shaker card with these shimmer flakes. Like I showed you before, you can also add them to backgrounds and to die cuts. And I'm sure there are a lot more ways that you can use these shimmer flakes, but I just wanted to give you guys a few ideas today, a few ways that can get you started with your creativity with them. So I hope you enjoyed those. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you check out that description box below. I will have all of the links to all of the things. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for a like and subscribe if you haven't, and also tap the bell for notifications so you don't miss any more videos. So after I have got everything adhered onto this card, I'm just going to put a simple little sentiment using some gold cardstock and that finishes the card. Here's another close-up look at those different cards that I showed you. This one I didn't show you on camera, but I used those flakes as a background and some of the other cards that I made today. So I hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.